Hi, I'm Samantha Garrison, and I play Lisa on Demon Dayz, an actual play podcast. Special thanks to Gordon McAlpin for creating the artwork for our show, and to ArcKnight for providing us with minis and props for our table. That's ARCKNIGHT. And a hearty thanks to you, our audience, for your support. Now, on with the show.
Friends, fiends! When we last spoke, Yusuf found himself in quite a state, nearly drowned while making an oath with some kind of water spirit? Well, it's time to shift gears and talk about some hot soup. Don't overthink it. Just hand me another drink and we'll get right back into these Demon Days.
Cut to the approach to a soup place.
Ramen. Ramen soup.
And now,
guys, I'm super excited about this.
After that really, really heavy, we segue into like, whew.
And now, hot soup.
Now a message
I
from hot
firmly
soup.
believe soup cures most ills like this.
Yeah.
Oh,
Intensity,
God,
levity.
I want all the ramen.
do you have spicy?
You three weave your way through what seems like countless alleyways and back streets before you reach a small soup shop. That's a little bit more of a lean-to, with a bar counter inside and 5 or 6 bar stools. You see a heavy cloth that hangs partially from the front of the place, as kind of like a makeshift doorway into it that just says hot soup written on it in bold print. You push past the cloth and take a seat, and the smell of various soups and stews reach your nose, all of which smell really fucking good.
Oh, man.
Behind the counter and working over a giant cooking pot is a tall human male, pale of skin and clad in all black. His hair is long and hangs over each side of his face, limp, as if it were a wet noodle. His apron is the only color to him, being a nice soft pink. He doesn't notice you immediately.
Wet noodle pink.
My friend, rumors traveled far that were we to have a taste for soup, that you would be the finest purveyor of such delights here in Trust.
It takes a second. He turns very methodically over to you. Ah, yes. That would be true. This is some very good soup. I'm Avarius Gall, and this is my soup place. It's called Hot Soup.
Soup
Man.
plantation.
They really aren't original with names here in Trust.
The Asimar are very literal, apparently.
It's a hit among the Asimar people, yes.
I bet they think it's hilarious, yeah?
Absolutely.
Literal tends to get me sales. Anyways,
What was his name?
Avarius.
Various.
When he looks at you, he doesn't turn his head. He kind of moves with his torso to you as he looks at you. Just kind of very stiff and awkward.
Is your neck okay, soup friend?
I'm fine.
I feel like he's saying that while the world is on fire around him.
What kind of soup you got, baby?
This is fine.
All kinds.
It's
We've
fine.
got meat stews, potato soups, vegetable soups, soups of any creature you might be able to hunt for. You name it, I have it. And he points to a few of the pots bubbling. They're all right there, ready to go, and if it's not here, I can make it.
Do you have purple soup?
He points to one that's kind of in the corner. It's not as big as the other ones.
Or is this like taro? That's very literal. I look at Lysa, that's very... She's got like a purple thing, I get it.
I didn't ask for purple soup.
But no, not for... Never mind.
I wanted some venison chili.
Yeah, friend of Ernest. I think we're all...
Avarius, yes.
Various,
yes.
sorry. Pardon. Slip of the tongue.
They do that.
Yeah,
yes.
various.
Isn't Avernus one of the 9?
Oh, it most certainly is.
Yeah.
Did he react when I said that?
He kind of did a blink. Like, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, a blink of recognition. For his seemingly weirdly expressionless face, like that blink is something.
Is it worth rolling an insight or?
Sure, you can.
Okay.
And you're attempting just to...
Oh yeah, it's 24.
24?
Yeah.
No, he knows of it. There's a little bit more to him than meets the eye.
Sure. I feel like soup first.
Avernius Prime.
It's a various gall.
Avarius Prime.
Soup first, business later. That's what I always say.
That is a very good motto to live by. Yes.
Various good motto.
It wasn't me.
No.
That is amazing.
Not me.
Right.
No one uses
Citizens of Soupland.
no one uses my name for anything of mirth. This is amazing. I love it.
Hey.
What do you guys want to have to eat?
I've got so much mirth for you, Bear.
I am Optimus
Wow.
Vivarius.
The
Very,
edges-
very-
I
edges
did
of
not
his
call
mouth.
dibs. Apparently she is.
It's
edges
the,
of
it's
his
the
mouth.
hair,
I
right?
mean, you can join in. I don't care. I am not a picky lady.
Apparently not.
Meat soup, something exotic.
Perfect.
Various. Thank you.
Perfect. He, with skill, goes and grabs the soup from the dish, the stew, and puts it in very clean dishes, very clean bowls, and pushes them your way. And you look at them; they are delicious. They're steamy. They have a nice meat smell, and yeah, you chow down.
Whatever the ladies would like. That's just. That's what I'm going
I
for.
mean, Fetter smells really good, so I'm about to get in on that.
Okay, yeah.
Take that how you will.
It's not false, you know what I mean?
And for you,
We're gonna have some party cest here.
yeah. And for you, purple
Look,
soup.
you guys, if I can finagle us into an orgy.
I would not be surprised. I think it's very funny that out of everyone in the party, it's the three of us that would do it. I'm not sure we could talk Yusuf into it.
You need.
Kindle the light.
What is this about talking
They said
someone into
something
something?
about joy in your vow. I was listening.
Oh, yeah. No.
It'd be awesome.
Joy and courage shine forth
So
in
soup.
all my deeds.
So yes, what
Soup.
so the two
Hot
meat
soup.
the two meat soups. Miss Purple Soup. What do you want? The purple one?
Is the purple one good?
It's fine.
Great flavor.
What's your favorite?
The main one, what they're having, it's the best. It is my best work.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, I don't want
Yeah.
meat. I want something that's spicy and salty, just
Okay.
like me.
He takes the cue and grabs next to the main meat stew that they had, the next one next to it. He grabs some of that out, puts it in a bowl, tosses it your way. I think this will do you nicely.
I know what else will do me nicely.
Probably
Just kind of looks over at Lisa.
You, me, and Avarius.
High five. We'll London bridge it.
while I would not be opposed to this tryst of any kind, I do have a responsibility to my shop, making money, living. It would have to be in the evening hours.
When in the evening hours? Bear.
Probably a little later, on the later side. People eat pretty late.
It's the long hair, yeah? I just look
I
at
really
Taslin.
love soup.
I
Fun
mean,
fact, my husband participates in chili cook-offs.
So it's a thing. Now it all's coming around.
and Taslin just really enjoys being a wing woman.
Hashtag chili cook-off. No, don't do it. Don't.
It's a chili cook-off.
Hashtag ASMR cook-off.
Yeah. So yeah, you guys get to chowing down on your soups and stews, and they are delish.
That's what she said.
Wait, you have noodles in yours?
Yeah.
I can
I mean,
add
it's
the
quite
noodles
good.
to yours as well. That
Oh,
is,
please.
yeah. He just plops a nice amount of noodle right in there.
Is there anything suspicious at all about the taste of this soup?
No,
Just good old, just soup.
dude, it's damn good.
Hot soup.
Just we've had
soup.
questionable soups and stews so far in the campaign.
Hey, I
This
mean-
one's on the up and up, actually.
Maybe this meat is also.
I know we don't want to
person
admit
meat.
it, but Furbolg soup was like kind of
It
great.
was pretty good. I'm not gonna. It was pretty good.
I think Feder was a little excited that it might have been Tilda in the Furbolg soup.
Factor here. It was her brothers. It was her brothers.
Brothers.
Okay.
I'm fine eating her brother.
It was Tildo, not Tilda.
It's true.
Her brother Tildo, yeah. He has a fascinating collection of dildos.
Apparently, ears are really bad for disposals.
What do we owe you, friend?
Oh, 5 silver each one. That's fine. We make this stuff in bulk. It's good. It's all good.
I'll drop him a full gold.
Excellent, my man. That's cool. I really appreciate the generosity you've provided. Is there anything else I can help you with?
Well, I do have a message.
Oh, yes. What kind of message could that be?
Perhaps it would make sense to you.
If you need me to repeat it back to you.
Yeah. I have drum beat sound 6 times in the deep. What else am I missing? Just so I give it a good delivery.
So we came to the soup place not by coincidence, apparently.
Yeah.
No, I don't know that.
Lisa
I
and
honestly
Towsland,
don't.
you hear Feder say to the guy, they both get a very serious look about themselves. The drum beat sounds 6 times in the deep, and the sisters will answer the call. And like that, this fellow's demeanor changes a bit from something that says this kind of like, yeah, like he would be on the It crowd or something like that, and just sharpens. He straightens up. I see. Then you'll want to come with me. These two can stay if they wish, but you were the one who gave the message.
I don't think we're going to go anywhere. Or
Wait.
he's going to go anywhere without us.
Oh, I'm following Feder. I don't care.
Yeah.
Perfect. That's fine.
I like knowing things.
Do you object to this, Mr. of Zephen?
Yeah.
What did he call him?
Various, will you allow me a moment with my compatriots?
Absolutely. I will be waiting. Well, shoot. This is a very small place. I will
I'll be right over here.
It's fine.
I will just turn my back to you and ignore you. He does.
I'll be over here.
Did he
Step.
say Avzephin?
He said Mr. of Zephen.
Okay.
Like a Mr. of Zephen, a Lord of Zephen thing. Just a weird word choice.
Okay. Kind of like of Fred, but it's of...
Yeah.
Alfred.
Steve.
Alfred.
Alan.
Yeah. So he has stopped paying attention to you,
Yeah.
and now
So-
it's just you three.
Ladies, I have not been completely forthcoming.
No.
I had no idea.
No, I know. I do want to let you know that I am in the employ of an organization that occasionally has me carry out small tasks like this for them.
Small task of delivering messages?
Yeah, it's
or
very mostly innocuous, low-level business. You know,
How
passing
have you been
messages.
communicating with them?
They have ways of getting in touch with me, messengers. But yeah, so
Insight check.
Yeah, I'll do that too.
What am I
I'm
roll-
just like staring at him.
am I rolling?
Deception,
Deceptions?
probably.
Deceptions?
Deceptions.
Oh my God! You got a kendo stick.
I got 19.
Yeah, I got 21. 21.
18.
Oh. All right. Yeah. They're starting to be a little suspicious. They're seeing through a little bit of it.
That's fine. So yeah, I work for the House of Zephan and run odd errands and jobs for them. So they asked me to check in with our friend Avarius here. I can be completely honest with you. I don't completely know what we're walking into. I'm fine to do it on my own. If you want to come with me, that would be fine as well.
Oh no, you're not going anywhere on your own.
Yeah.
All right, Avarius, my friend, shall we?
At the far right part of the bar counter, it's connected by a hinge, so you see Avarius lifted up, allowing passage through. He guides you, he shifts some boxes aside to reveal a door on the ground, which he then promptly opens. He motions for you to go down, and he follows behind, making sure to shut the door. The bar counter behind him, just make it so it's not as obvious that there's something down there. A ladder descends a ways before reaching a decent-sized room, dimly lit by a candle. The walls are a bit rough, as if this room were dug out of the ground with a shovel, but there are enough bookshelves down here that to at least make an attempt at sprucing it up. In the middle of the room is a long table, on which are dozens of papers, a few vials of unknown liquids, and the corpse of a spider attached to the table by way of a long knife. At the far end is a desk, a bed, and an open wardrobe filled with black clothing. Avarius gets down there, just kind of looks at you guys for a moment. I was approached by the 6 sisters of Zephyr to be a point of contact in the northern lands, specifically here in Trost. The Storm Empress was of interest to them, or at least that's what the second sister, Tiamek, said. Together, they provided me with a contract of patronage to Dispater, which I've been angling for a while, and by the will of the 6 sisters themselves, not a bad deal, really. But there's been some tension since the green light in the sky and the earthquake. An anomaly like that has not happened ever, and it has supposedly angered Cord a great deal from what I can hear. Given that there's wind of another combat campaign from the Dominion to the south, everyone here in the higher levels, they're on edge, specifically the folks in the military ward. I mean, you've probably seen it as you've walked by. They've eyed you suspiciously. There's a lot more of them here. Really, about the only one who can get through any section is the Barnacle, and she can't even get up to the nobility anymore. So things are cracking down, and patience and all that is wearing thin.
The damn Barnacle.
Yes, she is a bit much, but I do like her songs. They are fun, and a few of them are pretty raunchy. It's a fun time. I have been working on developing, though, an entry point into the city to connect the 6 sisters to the city, but that work has been slow, given the power of the Stormlord and the attentive guard in the city. So, no progress on that front, unfortunately, I'm afraid.
Well, can anything be done to expedite that along?
Time, maybe more resources. I have tried to communicate with the sisters frequently, but again, I'm just in the northern corner, so maybe it's not a priority. I'm not entirely sure.
What is it that you're lacking?
I am but a lowly warlock. I'm lacking the ability to do a teleportation circle, for one. I don't have the means to do that. Doesn't seem like that magic has been readily available in research here, or offered by anyone, least of all from anyone from Trost or any soldiers. It doesn't seem like anyone can just pop in, which has made my work tough. Thankfully, the Zephyr sisters have not been too much in a rush, or at least I hope not. My God, if they are, I'm in trouble.
And you feel like there's some sort of resistance from the city itself?
I think so. There might be more to it than I realize, probably some magical barrier of some kind, or just the soldiers of Trost are very on top of things. Their mages seem to have a good handle on it.
Very good. Well, continue on. I'm at the Which one is it?
The Heavenly Rest.
The Heavenly Rest. I'm at the Heavenly Rest. Come find us if anything comes up, and I'll just give him 5 gold.
Much appreciated, sir. And it was nice to meet you two as well.
Totally. Your soup is great.
Thank you. It passes the time. And he smiles a little bit.
Hot soup, really, though. All right.
It believe it or not, it does bring in more money than what I wanted to call it.
What'd you want to call it?
A Various' soup.
You expected something a lot more interesting, didn't you, Lisa?
Yeah.
Or I could have gone with, the gall of that soup or something like that.
A various soups? Because then it's like a pun. Various.
So many puns.
Yeah.
Look,
All right.
man, there's no humor, and then there's the lowest form of humor. But to get to the lowest form, you got to start somewhere.
Got to start somewhere, yeah.
Yeah. Hot soup, not funny.
Friend to Various, thank you.
No problem.
Yeah, no offense. Sorry.
We'll be in contact soon.
Your soup is great, and I like you.
Yeah, no, my naming thing is not the greatest.
You let me know if you want to hang out, though. Because, soup, way to this girl's heart.
Got it. Okay. You guys, he doesn't seem to move from his spot. He just motions to the ladder to get you up. And
While they were talking, because I know a lot about Arcana, could I roll to see, or would I know essentially the components that are needed for a teleportation portal?
that might be a really high check, a high DC, but you can try to roll for it.
25.
I also just want to do, I feel bad because I'm going to do this a ton, so I'm not doing it, but I should be doing it. I would just want to do a lie check on him. Just
Live
to make
your
sure.
truth, dude. If you
I
have to do it
know.
a ton, do it a ton.
It's a class feat, guys. I want to use it. Because if he's lying, I'm going to fucking stab him to the wall.
Johnny,
I mean, that seems reasonable, you know?
Yeah,
live your truth.
I am.
I am being the devil's advocate.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you.
Devil's advocate.
Uh-huh.
We're all devils.
I literally am devil's advocate, as well as holding a cup that says devil's advocate.
You sense that for what he's trying to do, which maybe is not the best way to go about it, but creating a permanent teleportation circle down in his soup shop, he'd have to be able to produce the spell and maintain it for a full year. And that would be, there's some rare chalks and inks that he would need to bring together, as well as precious gems equaling about 50 gold pieces for each day that he does it. So each time he would need those chalks and gold, and he just lacks the resources to do that.
Okay.
And
Yeah,
that was
'cause-
a 17.
That's for just the material plane. It would take something much stronger or bigger than just a teleportation circle to get to the plane of Dis.
So he's kind of working outside of his level of resources.
Yes, outside his level of resources and skill.
Can I just quickly, as we're leaving, I just want to see what are all the papers that are around.
It's a lot of research on various creatures, spiders, toxins, anatomies and makeup of creatures of that nature. The spider that you do see is a little bit different than other spiders that you have seen before. So it kind of shimmers a little bit, and you could swear that every now and then when you look at it, it doesn't seem to be there. But then it's there again. It doesn't make a whole lot of sense to you, but
Is it kind of similar to me, like my bird is?
I guess so. It's more of a planar thing. You get the
Okay.
sense that it's phasing in and out. But the spider is stabbed through to the table and mostly dead. Or if it's not dead, it's holding on by very little, just enough to keep it shifting. Other than that, it's a lot of research that doesn't necessarily point to the idea of the teleportation circle, but there's a lot of just tangential things.
Various, you don't happen to have any poisons on hand?
No, unfortunately not.
All right. Very well.
It's hard to work with food and poisons at the same time, as I've unfortunately figured out.
Yeah. All right. Very good. We'll talk soon.
Well,
And we'll head up. I'll head up.
Lisa, didn't you want to go to the library with Fetter? Isn't this a good library?
These books are just research into what I'm doing, teleportation circles and spells and stuff like that. You might want to go to the archive up in the Upper Reach.
Damn it.
They have all the books.
I was trying to have an excuse to stay down here longer.
I mean, if you want, you can look through the books and see, but if your goal is histories...
Can I look at the books?
Sure.
Okay, what kind of check am I doing?
Investigation.
Sick. I rolled a 1.
They're pretty. But none of them have like names or anything written on the spine. They're
All I can think about is soup, huh?
yeah, that
Right.
was some damn good soup.
I got a 19 on investigation.
Yeah, it's various spell books, some for sorcerers, for warlocks, for paladins, clerics. A lot of research on spells, a lot more geared toward teleportation, the theories of it.
I'm going to go grab one of the Warlock books,
Okay.
open it up, flip through it a little bit.
No, it's got all that warlocky stuff that you're into. What are you looking for specifically?
I don't know. Something I don't know.
Something you don't know?
Would there be anything on like Hexblades or Raven Queen?
If you're looking for a patron,
Oh, I have
you
a
in touch
patron.
with. But I mean, do you have the best patron? I mean,
You in one of the books you come across a more of a compendium of locations that are rumored to have Raven Queen influence or places that she's been either seen or encountered. Trost itself is one of the places that
Oh,
is
nice.
listed. It mentions some tucked away place in the foreigner sojourn that might have a shrine to her. But there's been some presence of the Raven Queen here in Trost. There's been quite a bit in Sky Point and stuff over near the kind of to the west. We're near Darvel, further south from where you were before, and not much to the very far south or southeast.
So Tross, Sky Point. What's the other one that you said?
Kind of near where you used to live. That
Okay.
that chunk of the map. There was a little bit more of a presence there. The further south you get, the less you hear of her or read about it. Like, it's primarily a more northern thing of her influence. But yeah, the one that's listed in the book for Trost is in the Foreigner Sojourn.
It's like the DM is trying to put us back together or something.
I do what I can. This just worked out that way.
Well, Lisa,
Yes.
I'm thinking probably the one place that would have the most knowledge about us in particular would most likely be in the Foreigner's Sojourn.
Okay.
And Federer is already outside. He's made his way to the front of the hot soup.
While we're walking toward the Foreigner's Sojourn, I ask Feder about the 6 sisters and what that means.
Well, he's still at the soup. We just came outside.
He's outside the soup.
Yeah, outside the soup.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, you guys finally meet up outside of that.
And we're like walking toward the Foreigner's
Feder.
Sojourn, right?
Let's go to the Foreigner's Sojourn. Let's take a journey to the Sojourn.
Sure. Should we try to find Yusuf? Worried about any of us being alone in the city too long.
I feel like, honestly, Yusuf is fine without us. And we should just keep, like, doing what we're doing. And Feder owes me from last night, and I gotta learn some things.
Sure.
That's true. Okay.
Okay.
You guys make your way back down.
I'm so sorry.
You're fine.
I keep trying.
No, you're fine. Don't worry about it.
Well,
Well, it's more of, like, not only did you almost die, and, like, 2 people were like, and I was like, okay. Now Lisa's just like, he'll be fine as we go off.
I mean, he was with our friend Bran. Bran seemed to know his shit. And he's just gonna be glass blowing. What could go wrong? We're tieflings, there's fire resistance, you know.
yeah, you guys make your way down.
Truth.
And
She speaks the
he
truth.
does have magic hands.
You
I'm gunning for this tiefling orgy, you guys.
yeah, you
I'm not opposed. You just got to get me on board the right way.
yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Gotta schmooze him a bit.
But while we're walking,
Be like it. We'll bond down in the caverns of the deep.
Yikes.
oh no,
Ooh.
Right?
like that.
No.
All right, you make your way down past Vagabond Row, get yourselves over to the Foreigner Sojourn.
No, but while we're walking, I really want to ask Feder about these
Okay.
6 sisters.
Yeah, ask away.
Feder.
It does take a little bit of time for you to walk.
Yeah. Who are these 6 sisters, and what are you doing with them? Are you a brother?
I'm just quietly walking behind them.
No, I'm not a brother. The sisters are my employers. That's pretty much all of it.
What do they do, though? What's their thing? Like, why do they want to get into Trost?
I think let's start broader and we'll narrow down. You wanted to know about tieflings, yeah?
I almost killed a woman for you last night. Just be
That's very
honest with
true.
me.
I'm going to be very honest with you.
Okay.
And I'm just looking around for whoever's
It's like, let's just talk quietly. So, you remember the murals, right? And from where we were found, where we woke up,
Yeah.
right? So there's
Demons and devils.
demons and devils, right? So, demons, chaos, anarchy, violence. And again, at some point in the history, as you may, Osmodeus, name you know? Asmodeus?
No.
No? He's the great lord of the Nine Hells.
And that's where we're from, right?
Yeah, that's where we descend from.
Okay.
And there's 9 levels to hell. Each one of them has a patron deity. Or a sort of a general, a demi, appointed by Osmodeus to watch over the level of the hell.
Sure.
Right. Like Zariel, whose bloodline you descended of. She's from Avernus, which is the entry level to hell. You know, as was said once, a paradise set up by Osmodeus, and it's the crux in the ground zero, essentially, of the Blood War. It's next to the River Styx. Demons are constantly trying to invade into our territory.
Okay.
We're under endless, continual threat. So, Asmodeus, the Lord of the Nine Hells, is a creature of great intellect and far sight, and a creature essentially who desires nothing but order, structure. And the way in which we maintain our ability to fight back the chaos in the Nine Hells is through interactions with the other planes, particularly this one. We make agreements with various people in exchange for powers and influence and goods and services that we can offer, in exchange for the things that we need to maintain the war against the constant and endless invasion that we must fight off. So we look for inroads. We look for places where we can gain influence and political power. It really is a means to preserve ourselves, to preserve our race. Because the abyss is always open. The flood is always coming. So it's what we do, and I, in my life experiences, came into the employ of the House of Zafan, of which there are 6 sisters. I'm sent out on errands. I do their bidding. It's my life. It's all I've really known. So I'm fairly new at it, and I just want to do a good job. That's really what I can tell you.
Have you been to hell?
Yes. I'm no stranger to this place, but on and off growing up, I spent plenty of time in Dis, the second level of hell in the great city of Dis. My blood, in the way that Zariel is your patron, the source of your bloodline, mine is Dispater. The House of Zafan is located in the city. It was a very natural pairing.
Taslin, have you been to hell? Because Yusuf's been, he told us.
What's your definition of been to hell?
Have you visited one of those 9 levels?
I mean, it's fairly straightforward. There's 9 levels. Mm-hmm. If you spend any time on any of those, I mean,
have you been off this plane and into hell, but not the other place where those little, like, fucking things were from?
I have not been off this plane, but I have been in hell.
How does that work?
Through spirit walking.
Cool.
Huh. And as you guys get into that, you are at the Foreigner Sojourn. You pass through the threshold, similarly to how Yusuf did. And funnily enough, as you're walking through, who should you see but at this giant fucking tree that seems to be a summer tree, this Goliath yanking Yusuf out of the water by his horns.
Well, we found him.
And on the ground, just in complete utter shock at just thinking she saw a murder happen, Barney is sitting there like, what the fuck happened to you? Are you okay? Her eyes are just big.
You know, we should have brought him some soup. I
really
feel bad. I regret it.
Some hot soup.
I got a little, I regret it.
She comes over to you and with the aid of the Goliath helps you to standing and just is like, she's scanning you for any signs of, are you okay?
Barney.
What the fuck was that?
Can you hand me my pants, please?
She does.
Thank you.
Are they now brown?
No, I took them off. No brown pants.
And at this time, you see Yusuf and Barney, and you guys approach. The party is rejoined.
Hello, everybody.
I just have to say, aside, I'm adoring how easily I can be like, here's this one small piece of information about me, and then it's like scene change. Like, it's glorious.
Well, if you want to continue, you can.
No, absolutely not.
Oh, then I will do more of it if you wish to hide. No.
So, Yusuf, what was that? What just happened? Barney, what just happened?
Well, I'll tell you what I saw. He talked to this big Goliath guy, and they walked into this pond that seems to exist here in Winterland, and the fucker nearly drowned him. I mean, he's okay. No offense to you. The Goliath just like shakes his head and walks back under his tent.
Before he leaves, I give him a nod and I hold out my hand.
He takes her hand. It's a huge hand, yeah.
Gonna do one of these.
Yep.
Just thank you.
For the audience reference, that was a forearm clasp.
Yeah. You guys do a forearm clasp, and it's more of like he's grabbing your entire arm.
Yeah.
Because of his size. But yeah, he goes under his tent And, I mean, you can see his legs protruding out of it because he's too big for the tent. But, but he ignores the rest of you.
You okay?
So I repeat again, because you weren't paying attention. What just happened? What was that? Random hand motion, pointing, various, from Pond to you, to Barney, to Pond, to you, to Barney.
Just,
I mean, was it a good thing? Like, was that good, or did I just nearly witness a murder?
Yusuf, was there brain damage that happened?
no. He didn't try to murder me.
Oh, good.
Okay, he's talking, thank God.
Fuck.
I kind of walk up, like, my pants and shirt, and I put my hand on the tree and just kind of take it in for a minute.
Yeah. You feel a slight vibration to it. Feels good to the touch.
Start putting my armor back on. Just a completion of, well, a choice that I made.
I get that.
So you made a decision?
Mm-hmm. A path chosen and walked down. And this was the first step.
Drowning.
Yeah.
It was weird.
So, breastplate.
Where
What are we doing?
are we?
We're in, well, this is, hey, big dude. Yes. What is this place? It's the Venadath Cell Eldath. Oh, God, that makes sense. It's the big tree. We're in the Foreigner Sojourn, so every religion that's not the Storm Lord is here.
Is the Varosh Dea here?
You mean that monk order down south? Those weirdos?
Total weirdos.
Yeah, no, this is more of people who want to serve Sune or Eldath or any other deity that's not Cord. The Aasimar here are very insistent on the ascendancy, the fighting their way to glory and storm. And but at the same time, this is a big city, and a lot of people come from all walks of life. And Mikola, she decided to understand everyone else's religion and let them have a whole section of the city to themselves.
But no death.
Did you worship death, Lisa?
It's not like worship. It's just like we all do it, so why not be cool with it?
I rolled a history check on the Varosh Dea and got a 17.
17? Based off of that, there are, a few monk orders that exist in the world. They tend to be unobtrusive. They don't play to any political power or any struggle. They are there for the betterment of themselves or for whatever end, like their own self-fulfilling goals. The Varosh Dea is one that focuses more on the completion of the circle, the finality of death and all that. There is more of a focus on how, on the end of things, death is change, that sort of thing. But that's about as far as any information you've ever read gets, because people who go tend to stay, and people who do leave tend to just not write about it or anything like that.
It's too nice.
Very good.
It's the best thing ever.
How are you, friend?
His posture straightens up and sheathes the sword. I'm good.
Glad to hear it. We got clothes and soup. Well, we actually go need to pick up the clothes, but you were missed. How was the forge?
Good. I made a carafe, and it's quite lovely. Gonna try and sell it. Maybe make a little bit extra coin.
Fantastic.
Yeah, you just find you're all in front of that tree. Taslin, you mentioned you were wanting to check out something down here.
Well, nothing else to do in the Forge of Sojourn.
I kind of to either Barney here. Well, actually, I kind of hey big guy. Maybe you know this too, Barney. Do you know anything about the Raven Queen?
Barney gives you a bit of a quizzical look. You see some stirring in the tent with the Goliath. He scoots back out as best he can in a smaller tent. Yes. A little ways off there is a crypt that I think has a raven on it. Might be what you're looking for. I don't really go that far. There's kind of a dark aura about it.
Which direction?
He points towards a direction.
Okay.
Yeah, he points down the street a ways, more off the beaten path a bit.
I'd like to, I know we've been joking about it, but I'd like to piece together that that's her patron.
That the Raven Queen is her
The
patron?
Raven Queen is her patron.
Okay.
If, like, I don't know if I've seen and understood enough. I don't know what you want me to... I mean, I feel like I have a pretty good working knowledge of contracts and pacts
Yeah.
inherently, but I'd love to try to piece that together.
Okay, yeah. From what she's been asking, what you've been hearing, logically that makes sense. For now, that's what you get.
Cool.
So yeah, you guys continue on to the direction he was pointing.
do.
Yeah. Taslin starts heading
Yeah, I'll
in
follow.
the direction that the Goliath pointed. The Goliath gives one final nod to Yusuf before he leaves, and he tries his best to scoot in that super small tent. Tucked toward the very back of the sojourn is a small, unassuming crypt on which rests a lone gargoyle. When you inspect it a little closer, you realize that the gargoyle resembles more of a raven form than that of a winged demonkin. There is no door to speak of into the crypt. It's just, if there was one, it's gone, broken. You enter the crypt, and as you do, you're presented with a steep stone stair that descends a surprising distance down before placing you in a small chamber that's dimly lit. In the center of this chamber is a solitary stone statue in the likeness of said Raven Queen herself. Her pose is peculiar in that it looks like she is one half of a dancing duo. All around the wall are etchings of ravens in different states of flight. You imagine that if you spun around really fast, the ravens might animate.
What are those things called where it's like you put the picture, like there's a mirror on the inside and then there's the picture on the outside and you spin it and then you...
Zoetrope.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep, Zoetrope.
Troop.
So the statue looks like the lady that I had that dream about.
Yes.
Okay.
You recognize it immediately.
I'm gonna look around. I want to see what else is around this crypt.
That's pretty much it, actually. It's not that
Really?
big of a room. There's the primary feature of this crypt is...
There isn't like anything for like her people. Well, I was gonna roll an investigation.
Sure, go ahead.
Oh, me too, though. I'm definitely curious.
Nope. That
Nope.
one.
That one.
17.
Now you're fixated on that statue. And yeah, that's basically all you see. It's kind of disappointing, but yeah, you get the sense as you walk to each of the bird etchings on the stone that it's a different level of a different animation of flight. So wings are up, partial up, down.
I'm gonna actually start spinning.
You're gonna start spinning? Mm-hmm. Seems to animate a little bit.
So, packed with the Raven Queen, huh?
What? Huh?
She cut you a good deal?
I like stop spinning. Stumble a little bit. What? Huh? What?
Wait, should she spin or should the room spin? Investigation check.
Investigation.
That was only a 13. Wait, you rolled a 17 though.
Yeah.
The room is there's nothing to grab onto like when you were in that dungeon to like spin things around. All that you see, is just the statue, and the statue itself is very detailed, very very lifelike in its carving and etching and design.
So, I'm just as curious as, like, did you have to, like, sign anything, or is it just an agreement? Like, how did you guys come to terms?
I can't really say we did come to terms. She just kind of like kicked down the door of my life.
Oh, fantastic. I mean, if you ever want to swap, I can offer you some inroads with some very reasonable patrons.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You know about you're tight with patron gods that take pacts?
A pact is a pact, yeah?
It's true. I'm not gonna like...
I'm just saying, if you got a bum deal, I can probably make you a better one.
I wouldn't say my bird and my sword are a bum deal.
Is it a flaming sword? I'm just saying.
I mean, it's a sword made out of shadows and feathers.
That's really cool.
You hear kind of towards the base of the stairs. Barney's just been watching. That's pretty cool. She makes her way past you, kind of past you guys, starts looking as well, doing her own investigation. Kind of bored. The ravens she doesn't give a shit about them too much. She does see the pose and gets up there, hops up there onto the statue, and gets into the pose with her, the Raven Queen statue. And she sighs disappointedly.
Hey.
If
Move.
only.
Move
What?
over. Move over. I was going to do that.
She hops out.
Thank you.
Yeah, I got nothing.
I hop up there.
Okay.
I do exactly the same thing because I was literally about to do that.
And yeah, you're her Bonnie. I was like, I was just checking it out, whatever. She goes off to the corner. You get into the dancing position, put your hands against the statue's hand. You start to notice that the feature of the statue start to take on color and definition. You don't notice it at first. It's a gradual shift. And the face becomes pure white with vibrant red lips, and the eyes transform in front of your own eyes from the stone gray to pools of the kind of pure black that contains multitudes. Her hands are cool to the touch all of a sudden, as is her breath along your neck. The mark on your hand starts to radiate an almost painful heat up your arm, making that whole side of you tingle. Her hand tightens against your lower back, and you feel like you are both dancing. The birds along the circular wall become just one bird in flight as you spin and spin and spin. You can't seem to focus either on the bird or the raven for too long just because it's just a lot of visual information to you. To everyone else in the room, you've passed out and gone limp in the statue.
Dun dun dun.
But to you, Taslin, suddenly you hear a soft voice kind of snake its way into your ear. Hello.
Said she blacked out and went limp.
To you guys, she went limp. But now you're spinning in this room.
Mm-hmm.
I'll climb up there.
I wish to know what happened to my haunted one. Where have you been all this time?
I don't know.
You were lost to the memory of this world. I did not like the ramifications of this.
What do you mean I was lost?
I couldn't feel you. And then suddenly you appeared again. Very weird.
That must have been the mountain.
I sense you are in the north. Somewhere. Something is happening. Something deep beyond my reach. I don't like it.
Where do I need to go? How do I get back?
You seem to be with people who share a similar thread of fate.
Yes.
They too seem lost.
Oh yeah, Yusuf's very lost. So is Laysa. Better might be a little less lost.
You hear her voice becomes unintelligible for a little bit, just whispers. You start to focus on the bird a little bit more. It flaps and its wings flap more violent. It takes on more animation than was even around the perimeter of the thing. And it starts to get grotesque and then come back down into its form. And you just revel in this dance. You hear an eerie music mixed with wind. And then you just hear her say, "My children have spied the one that is your father. Deep within the metropolis of Skypoint, there's a young boy in tow. Tiny horns atop his head. His ashen blue head. Eyes as yellow as the sun. He awoke when you disappeared.
Fuck.
I must leave. You are hunted. The age is dark." And it just... You startle awake with Yusuf standing right there with kind of a what the fuck look on his face.
Well,
and you realize you weren't dancing, you were limp in the statue. Everything's back to normal.
I'm close by as well.
I actually...
There's a knife, but there's a hand up. Like, I kind of know that this happens from time to time.
I actually startle awake and I quite literally just startle going, fuck!
Like, my hand's like behind your head so it doesn't whack against the statue. I'm like, are you all right?
Good news, huh?
No, it's not. I need to go to Skypoint.
Interesting.
That's not close.
Care to elucidate?
Offer a hand to help you up.
I kind of sort of use it, but like brush it aside as soon as I have my footing.
Mm-hmm.
There's somebody there that I have to go get.
When you say the word get, there's a verb that can mean a lot of things. Help, kill,
I don't need to kill him.
contain.
Protect, more like.
Interesting.
Having seen two very in succession weird fucked up things happen to two people that she's been introduced to. Barnacle is just rubbing her eyes, sitting on the final step, just rubbing her eyes. It's like, what the fuck is this?
What race is she?
Half elf.
If you want to do a nature check, she's elvish, but not elf.
I'm gonna kind of walk over and sit next to her, put my arm around her.
19.
19. You know it as Eladrin. They are ancient fae.
She actually said she was an Eladrin.
Yeah. Since you didn't remember, I made you roll for it.
Spell that?
Eladrin. The knowledge is out there. It's fairly decently known that there are a higher form of elf that descend from Corellon, Lorethian, I think.
They're actually really cool. I've played them before.
Yeah. There's not many of them. The most you know, there's a lot of just high elves over in Illiskar, but a few from the Fae, from the old country, as it were, have managed to get their way to the material plane, and Barney is one of them, of the winter variety, hence her shades of blue.
Got it.
You've never seen one other than her up close, but you do recall some of that information from books you've read, lore, legend, things like that. Barney does appreciate you sitting next to her.
I'm gonna put my arm around her, hook a finger under her chin, turn her face towards me, and just be like, Barney, my sweet, I'm gonna need you to not talk about what you saw here. Can you do that for me?
Secret is safe with me.
Wonderful girl. And I kiss her on each cheek.
That's a insighty for deceptions.
Okay.
Ear for deceit. He rolls with 17 plus other things. 24.
24.
Maths is hard.
So he's trying to get kind of a feel for what you were dealing with.
If we can trust
Barney.
the barnacle.
If Barney won't actually say anything.
Oh yeah. No, she shook.
Okay.
I knew she wasn't going to say anything considering the fact that I said I was from Adair, pretty much
shut it all down.
Yeah, shut her down. I'm like, okay, I need you to not say anything. Because I know to her, I'm pretty much a walking ghost.
She's very receptive to the kiss on each cheek. And then she just, kind of
Can
leans
I-
her head down.
Can I pull her head over to my shoulder and I go, can I buy you some hot soup?
Sure. I could probably use some soup.
Well, we have a moment alone down here. Should go get our clothes.
Oh, absolutely. I'm so excited for my striped pants and my bolero.
Purple.
You seem upset enough that we should probably make for Sky Point, but I just need to check and make sure that I'm not needed here in the city for a day or so.
Well, you guys do not have to come with me to Sky Point.
I mean, I have absolutely no desire to stay up here.
Yeah, why wouldn't we come with you? This place seems super boring.
Not great, but I just need to do my due diligence before we go.
All right, well, I appreciate the help.
And then you guys make your way out of the crypt.
Going to Tip Top Taylor's.
It seems right. It seems like time's passed.
Yeah.
We're not going to do that awful video game thing where we show back up and they make us leave and come back again.
No, that would be hilarious.
Yeah.
And if I were more energetic, I might. But no, you guys make your way back. And you see Elamon just... he's not just lounging at the step. He's actually standing kind of looking out, waiting for presumably you guys. With the knife in hand, he's just tossing it back and forth. And
I want to try, when he tosses it, I want to try to put my hand out and catch it on my finger instead.
Okay, yeah.
Oh, fancy.
Yeah, so roll for that. Roll dex.
Just straight dex?
Maybe acrobatics, probably.
19.
Yeah. The tip of it lands right on your finger, and you get a whistle from Elamon.
I'm going to just flip the blade around in my hand. Oh, not bad. And I hand it back to him.
Nice.
Show off.
Nice. Your clothes are all ready to go. Him and Elena, they present you your clothes, and you dress it all up.
How do we look?
Let's do this. Start with Tazlin. How does your outfit look now? What do you?
Well, I still have the boots with the fur with the little discolored socks kind of poking over, but Now I am wearing a black and white striped pants that I think are super fashionable. Totally like Daniel Day-Lewis in Gangs of New York, like that style. And I've got the shirt that I was previously wearing, all the belts that I was wearing with the pouches and everything like that. I don't think they made me like a little half skirt, so I'll have to get that somewhere else. But I actually have like this leather bolero kind of jacket now that would keep me warm, which is glorious. And there's like some color. I guess there's like slits in the arms, and you can see like a pop of purple underneath.
Nice.
Because purple's rad.
It is.
And they didn't have to custom make the skirt they just had like extra. They
just had a half skirt. Sweet.
Yeah.
So I have a half skirt too, you guys. Yeah. Like, yes. That one's just the same type of color that the bolero is.
Got it. Cool.
Yeah, with some pop of purple.
Pop of purple. Mm-hmm. All right, Lisa.
She's got basically what she had on before, like a nice gi, like a top and a bottom.
Mm-hmm.
Ideally suited for fighting. Nice little belt. Except instead of black, top is purple, bottom is blue.
Yes! I have converted her.
She's wearing like a dope ass. They made her a jacket. She's not going to wear it now, but when it gets cold, like proper cold.
Yeah.
She's got like a nice, like a Neo in the Matrix kind of long jacket.
Okay.
But slit up the sides so she can still kick.
Got it.
Very important. And it's purple on top, lined with blue.
Okay.
Now we just
so when
need
she
to
kicks, she gets a pop of color.
Woo!
Nice.
Now we just need to invent like sunglasses, and then you'll be set.
I mean, look, her eyes are like solid color.
Have
like
I got
black,
an invention for you? Elamon said.
Oh no, I don't like Elamon's not my thing. Suit boy though, I'm gonna go back for suit boy
Got it.
in my new outfit.
And then Feder.
So it's fur-lined trench coat on top of the suit, page boy cap, big slit kind of in the back like it overlaps so that I can reach behind it.
Yeah. And
I'm so excited about I'm going to attune to this brush.
yeah. Elamon whistles
What's
again.
your word
and
gonna be?
Oh, you'll find out.
yeah. The
He has to sleep with it first.
the brother and sister nod with a job well done, and the transaction is made. And Elamon's like, "Well, you all look damn fine." And who are you? Hello, sir.
Greetings.
I mean, I assume you're with them now, but I mean, you'd have to still pay for clothing if you wanted some. Is that? Elamon just leaves the place. And Elena is like, forgive my brother. He'd not used to the leg
And the
thing.
laziness has returned.
Oh, that's fine.
Yeah. He's an asshole. But what can you do? Anyways, I hope you guys like the clothes. If you want us to make something for you, we can. But you seem a little bit more of the armor type.
What do you have in the way of overcoats?
She steps to the back
Obviously something that would fit me with armor on.
and comes out with a few different options of overcoat that seem to be, they'd be size enough for you.
Cloak, maybe.
She nods. Yeah, we have a few different flavors of those as well.
Oh, goodness, no capes, no cloaks.
Poncho.
No capes.
It's
no
a
capes.
serape.
No capes. No capes.
No capes.
As a dedicated Poncho fan.
But yeah, it's a sizable selection, and they all fit your physique.
If you have, something to keep the wind away, cloak-wise, that wouldn't be...
All different colors too,
That
so you
wouldn't
have
go
some
amiss.
options.
What do you have in green?
She brings out a few different earthy shades of green, some darker, some lighter. There's one that's like a really matches about the leaves of the tree that you.
Take that one. How much?
For this,
Is it warm weather gear? Is it thick?
Yeah, it's thick. Yeah.
Okay.
So as he's trying on cloaks and stuff like that, I'm just kind of perusing the other stuff that they already have made. And I grab a couple like mismatched sashes and a waist cincher. And I put the waist cincher on. I gotta protect my vital organs, and even if it's just something like as simple as a heavy piece of cloth and some boning, it'll do. And then I wrap the sashes around that to kind of hide it, and then I throw like 5 gold pieces.
Yeah, that's about fair. Similarly for the cloak, about like 4 gold pieces.
Okay, give him 4.
Cool.
Barney, don't you have work?
Barney's kind of standing on the threshold. Actually, yes. She turns and starts to head back toward the Maiden of Storms. And you notice that the sun has started to set a bit.
New clothes for everyone. Aren't costume changes just grand? Anyway, it's time for me to be moving on. The ale's run out here, and I need to get going to the next establishment. So if you want to hear more, bring some of that coin to buy me some more of that ale. And I'll keep telling you more tales of these demon days.